Hello everybody, it's Vertical Sandwich. Welcome back to Let's Play Sam and Max Season 3, Episode 3. They stole Max's brain. We have two people we could possibly question. Let's go question Frankie the Rat, though. Because he knows stuff about the tourist. I think the tourist is a dead end.
Frankie, what do you know? I was given directions to a confused tourist.
To the museum district?
Yeah. Poor fella was wandering around in circles, scaring all the kiddies with his
Don't lie to me, Frankie. I talked to your tourist, and it looks to me like you sent him over to the wrong side of town to get rolled by your rat pack.
Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. But this conversation is over. I ain't saying nothing till I get some legal representation. The nerve of some people, trampling around.
Do you want a lawyer? Here's an attorney from Smith & Wesson.
Okay, I'll talk. Sheesh. Like you guessed, I gave the tourist directions to the bad side of town, but I was just winding him up, really. Hey, ask me, the schmuck deserved it. Acting all high and mighty and European, wearing his fancy socks. When the big fight broke out, me, the tourist, and the other gorilla ducked down behind a crate, and I, picked their pockets. The tourist was loaded with high-exchange European stuff, but all the other guy had was...
Other gorilla? What other gorilla?
Believe it or not, it was another space ape. He was spinning a sign for some pet store, the poor schlub.
So that dirty punk sign spinner did see Skunk Ape.
Anyway, after the fight moved on, the tourist got a nice souvenir for his trouble, and I skedaddled back here. And that's all I know, honest. Ask anybody. They'll vouch for old... I don't mean to criticize, Sam, but the gun thing just ain't as intimidating when you keep pulling it out like that. So now what?
Alright.
Stick around. I may be back.
I may
I shall count the minutes.
I wish I could shoot him, but I might not be done with him. Alright. Sign spinner it is. Dark alley must be where the tourist is.
Back. Now where's Skunk Ape?
I don't know. I haven't seen General Skunk Copy since you unjustly imprisoned him in the penal zone. I'll never forget his final terrified howl.
That story ain't gonna wash, Bonzo. Your pal Frankie told me all about how you and he hid from a fight between Skunk Ape and some other guy. Now make with the lip flapping and I'd better like what I hear.
It's true. A few of your Earth minutes ago, I was spinning my sign for Frankie the Rat and a tourist when General Skunkape came running down the street, chasing after a strangely garbed man. To my everlasting shame, I cowered behind a crate like a common Venusian bono.
Strangely garbed?
Yes, a man in a faded jacket and a strange hat. He seemed to be carrying a box of some sort. General Skunkape was in hot pursuit. After the general and the stranger fled the scene, I discovered that he had dropped this. I'm surprised he didn't come back for it.
What's that? A brain remover?
I believe it's one of the toys of power that my general has been collecting for the past 25 Kryleks.
I knew that. Give me that toy.
No! I need it to get back in General Skunkape's good graces. Once I return this artifact to the General, he'll forgive my temporary abandonment of his goals and welcome me back to his crew with open arms. Oh, how I've come to miss... That pitiful pop gun will never make me give up the rhinoplasty, Earth Dog.
Huh. Maybe we have another location, but we know he has...
Don't you want to know about our baby iguana seal?
Kinda. Like,
Something Frankie said about the tourist was sticking in my craw like a spoonful of peanut butter. Chunky style.
Really? Like, yeah, well, he got a souvenir. So, I need to... I mean, I guess I need to know what it is.
Ooh, a repeat performance.
Let's run through it one more time. And speak slowly. I'm an American.
As I said before, about an hour ago, I was getting directions to the museum district from one of your colorful local rats. You know, back in Europe, I heard so many warnings about your country's rats.
You lie!
You're right, it was more like 57 minutes ago. Yeah, but you American police are stinklers. Anyhow, I was about to give him a tip for the help when all of a sudden a Weltraumliebe Wachzauberkrieg erupted in the middle of one of your asphalt fjords. At least
So this is where he's lying.
Weltraumliebe Wachzauberkrieg.
Liar!
Nein, nee, it really was a Weltraumliebe Wachzauberkrieg. But more like a kleine Weltraumliebe Wachzauberkrieg. But anyway, after the fight moved on, I discovered that someone had picked my pockets, leaving me empty-handed and ipple-skippled in a strange land. I left the scene of the crime, carrying nothing but the clothes on my back.
That's where he's
You
lying.
know what else? I'm starting to...
Don't play innocent with me, metric lover. The rat saw you pick up something after the fight. Now spill!
Yeah, it's true. I took a souvenir from the fight. I didn't think anyone would notice. Here.
Norrington? Who the heck is Norrington?
I don't know. Just don't hurt me.
Okay. Hopefully this...
You Americans are all animals. Animals.
Well, we are... Sam is
Finally,
literally an
a
animal.
clue. Norrington. The name rang fewer bells than a sleigh in July. Fortunately, it didn't need to.
All right.
Crimetron, do your stuff.
I think he's mad about everything.
What do you mean not found in database?
The Crimetron requires additional clues to make an informed deduction.
Clues? I haven't got time for clues. Max's body is starting to smell. Differently.
Then maybe you should stop yelling at my girlfriend and start with the clue-finding.
Grrr.
All right. Frankie the Rat. He looks
Frankie,
dead.
what do you know?
Like you guessed, I gave the tourist directions to the bad side of town, but I was just winding them up, really. Hey, you ask me, the schmuck deserved it.
What?
You know, the bad side of town, Hoboville, Flemberg, Broken Corners, that area. Anyway, when the big fight broke out, me, the tourist, and the other gorilla ducked down behind a crate, and I picked their pockets. The tourist was loaded with high-exchange European stuff, but all the other guy had was funny-looking green cubes. After the fight moved on, the tourist got a nice souvenir for his trouble, and I skedaddled back here. And that's all I know, honest. Ask anybody. They'll
Souvenir?
Yeah, something fell out of the funny hat guy's pocket, and the tourist scooped it up.
Okay.
What was it?
I don't know, something.
So the tourist didn't leave empty-handed after all.
So what now?
That dumb ape really thought that his life was about to take a turn for the better. But I knew that the only turns in life...
Oh, weird. There was precognition. It knew where I was going.
I'm back. Now where's Skunk Ape?
A few of your Earth minutes ago, I was spinning my sign for Frankie the Rat and a tourist when General Skunkape came running down the street, chasing after a strangely garbed man. To my everlasting shame, I cowered behind a crate like a common Venusian bonobo as the...
What happened next?
After the General and the stranger fled the scene, I discovered that he had dropped this. I'm surprised he didn't come back for it, but he appeared...
Liar!
It's right in front of your face, see?
Okay, so maybe that's not a lie.
Give me that toy!
No! I need it to get back in General Skunkape's good graces. Once I return this artifact to the General, he'll forgive my temporary abandonment of his goals and welcome me back to his crew with open arms. Oh, how I've come to miss standing at...
I thought you were a sign-spinning pacifist now.
Yeah.
I was, but the sight of the General pummeling that stranger rekindled my hours-dormant lust to conquer the galaxy at his side.
But where's Skunk Ape?
Weren't you paying attention? A few of your Earth minutes ago, I was spinning my sign for Frankie the Rat and a tourist when General Skunkape came running down the street, chasing after a strangely garbed man. To my everlasting shame, I cowered behind a crate
Some days it seems like the whole world is chasing after me, and someone's tied together my shoelaces with regrets and betrayals.
That's pretty sad, but you don't have any shoes.
It's a metaphor.
So, anyhow, after the general and the stranger fled the scene, I discovered that he had dropped this. I'm surprised he didn't come back for.
I dropped something once. I think it was my innocence. Then I dropped my compassion. Now I just drop punks.
Is that supposed to be dark? It doesn't make sense.
Sue me.
Give me that toy!
No! I need it to get back in General Skunkapi's good graces. Once I return this artifact to the General, he'll forgive my temporary abandonment of his goals and welcome me back to his crew with open arms. Oh, how I've come to...
Huh. You're fooling yourself, kid.
What are you talking about?
The only thing Skunk Ape's gonna welcome you with is a fistful of phasers. You can't go home again. You can't even get on the porch. You've tasted the apple, peed in the pool, bitten the hand that rocks the cradle. You're a sign spinner to him now, and that's all you're ever gonna be.
You're right.
Whoa!
It's hopeless. No matter what I do now, I'll never soar through the galaxy at my general's side ever again.
Can't believe that worked.
And I hate to tell you, but you're not a very good sign spinner either. I hated to see a grown gorilla cry, so I got in the car and looked for another lost soul to join me as I gazed into the abyss.
I was just having fun. I just like the Noir. I like Noir as
Last
an
time we
option.
saw the rhinoplasty toy, Max's special brain used it to turn into a bazooka. Now it was gonna lead me to the guy who stole that special brain. It wasn't exactly ironic, but I didn't care. Okay, Tron, this is your last chance before I start looking for an upgrade.
Everything's so automatic. It's so weird. I mean, it's fun.
Come on, you obsolete hunk of junk. Talk! Where's Skunk Ape?
Sam, no!
Stop holding out on me!
Get away from her, you brute.
Finally.
Audiences across the country say, you're a monster, Sam.
What have you become?
The Museum of Mostly Natural History, the tarnished jewel of the city's once thriving museum district. Max and I always meant to visit, but we'd never gotten around to it. Now we were finally going to take in its thrilling and dubiously educational displays with a vengeance.
All right, a new location. Treasures of the Forgotten Fair. Oh no. Oh no. That's so creepy.
All right, Skunk Ape, it's time to pay the piper. Plus tax and applicable service fees.
Please let me interact with the museum. I want a game I can pace. Nice! Okay, game. All right, when we come back, the Museum of Mostly Natural History. Bye, everybody.